Phoenix Audio presents.
Actual Innocence by Barry Siegel. Read by Edward Asner.
The phone rang yet again. Greg Monarch reached for it, but his hand stopped short. His head ached so badly he could barely see across his desk. He'd been reading case files since dawn, preparing for 3 trials at once. Now he longed only for a dim silence. Closing his eyes, he imagined himself back in Pecho Rancho State Park, where he'd spent the weekend. 8,000 acres of lost Central California coastland. Hidden coves, wooded stream canyons, golden poppy fields. At least the phone had stopped ringing. Greg rose from his chair and walked to the window. Through the pane, he studied the creek winding past La Graciosa's Central Plaza. It was dusk, the sky a pale pink glow. Shoppers and families were gathering on the town plaza. Local farmers were spreading their apples and avocados on the backs of pickup trucks. Children were tossing breadcrumbs to ducks at the creek's edge. Greg turned back to his desk. His head still hurt, but he could see now. He almost wished he couldn't. There on the desk's edge sat the embossed gold-lettered card, the invitation to the Chumash County Criminal Bar Association's annual awards dinner. And beside it the announcement of this year's Lawyer of the Year, Greg Monarch. Greg was reaching for his coat when he heard a knock at the door in his anteroom. He ignored it. His office was closed. He was already late. The knock came again, 3 hard raps, insistently. Greg turned toward the door. 4, 5, 6. "Monarch!" The man calling from the street was offering more a greeting than a question. The voice sounded patrician and familiar. "Monarch, I know you're there. Let me in." Greg wished he could ignore this summons. It wasn't every day, though, that Judge Daniel Solomon came knocking at a lawyer's door. Solomon, the chief federal district judge for the Central California region, could be found more often at a public podium, speaking before hundreds, if not thousands. That was so even back at Chumash State, where he and Greg had been passing friends and classmates, sharing the occasional teacher and lecture hall. No, he couldn't ignore Judge Solomon. Greg reached for the doorknob.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?